Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. We start with breaking news out of Minneapolis. A 37-year-old Minneapolis man was shot and killed by ICE agents this morning. Now we start with a 37-year-old man was shot and killed. Now we go to CBS News. Lana Zach is in Minneapolis with more details.
Another fatal shooting as ICE raids continue in Minnesota. Officials say a 37-year-old American citizen was shot and killed by federal agents.
Officers arrived and found an adult male with multiple gunshot wounds when they arrived. Life-saving aid was being rendered, and he was transported by ambulance to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased.
Minneapolis residents were stunned.
A neighbor was murdered. One of our regular pub attenders was right there. I mean, they were murdered on the street.
ICE officials say the protester killed was in possession of a firearm.
You can see the gun here on the screen there that individual possessed. It appears to be a semi-automatic, high-capacity type, possibly a Sig Sauer 9mm.
But Minnesota officials say the deceased had a valid gun permit and condemned the use of deadly force.
I just saw a video of more than 6 masked agents pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death. How many more residents, how many more Americans need to die or get badly hurt for this operation to end?
Tensions again inflamed. Protesters took to the streets today.
We're hearing bottles being broken in the streets. There is a literal dumpster fire over there.
The shooting comes one day after thousands took to the streets of Minneapolis to protest ICE activities in Minnesota, and roughly 8 weeks into Operation Metro Surge, in which thousands of ICE agents first descended upon the state. Lana Zach, CBS News, Minneapolis.
The man killed was identified as 37-year-old Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse and graduate of a Green Bay high school. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz condemned the shooting and called on President Trump to remove federal agents from his state.
Remove this force from Minnesota. They are sowing chaos and violence. We've seen deadly violence from federal agents again and again and again. But in contrast to that, on these frozen streets, what you witnessed yesterday was the best of Minnesotans, peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights.
Governor Walz activated the Minnesota National Guard in the wake of today's shooting. Guard troops are reportedly going to both the shooting site and to a federal building where officials are among protesters. Community members marched through Winona this afternoon, coming together for the second Freedom March. Organizers call it a peaceful, family-friendly event. The march started at Winona Senior High School's parking lot, with marchers following a loop around the nearby lake.
They're not following the law. They're not doing constitutional things. I know the Constitution. I'm a constitutional observer for any kind of apprehension. And I want them to know that we know they're not following what they're supposed to be doing. Breaking into people's houses, taking people down, dragging people out of their cars is not constitutional.
Organizers say the goal is to keep building connections and conversations that they say strengthen the community. The Buffalo County Sheriff's Office is reminding residents to take extra precautions when using space heaters and other heating equipment. And now this comes after a major shed fire near Alma. Around 10 a.m. this morning, the Buffalo County Sheriff's Office responded to the fire, which they believe may have been caused by a heater in the building. No injuries were reported. And a bus caught fire this morning in Hillsboro, almost spreading to a nearby house. Hillsboro Fire Department was called in around 9 a.m. and did control the flames before they could spread to the building. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and again, no injuries were reported. Now, we've had a pretty chilly last few days. Nicole, How is it looking out there?
Yeah, chilly has probably been the bare minimum that we can use to describe the conditions out there. It has been downright freezing. Thankfully, we're finally seeing a break from that wind that we've been having the last few days. So while the temperatures are just as cold, we don't have the wind chills to deal with. We felt it this morning strongly. -19 was our low in La Crosse, -29 in Eau Claire, still about 5 degrees off from the record in Eau Claire. So it could always be worse, but does not take away from how freezing it was this morning. The good news is, though, again, the winds really were not a problem today. Right now we're looking at next to no wind out of the southwest, around 3 miles per hour, so really light and variable across the most of the area. -6 still outside, though, in La Crosse, but without the wind, it's going to feel exactly like that. Very cold in Eau Claire today at -13. We'll likely have another chilly night going into tonight, but without the wind, not going to see that dangerous cold. We could see one more morning of that dangerous cold as we go into the start of the week, and then after that, there's somewhat signs of warming coming up, so I'll have the details in a little bit.
Sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. Train enthusiasts rolled into downtown La Crosse today for the 34th annual Great Tri-State Rail Sale. The event, put on by the 4000 Foundation, filled the La Crosse Center with more than 300 tables of model trains, railroad memorabilia, and collectibles from 6 states. Participants had the opportunity to buy, sell, and trade from other collectors, all while remembering a part of La Crosse's history.
Well, it's undeniable there is a certain romance of the rails going back generations, and things change, but some of that still stays the same. And railroading was a big part of the La Crosse community. The railroad industry was once La Crosse's largest employer.
Admission proceeds from the event go towards supporting the La Crosse Short Line Railroad Heritage Museum, helping restore and maintain historic train cars at Copeland Park. Local kids are bringing science and technology to life in Sparta with a Lego robotics demonstration. The award-winning team Nerds on a Mission held 2 free programs today, showcasing how they design, build, and program robots to compete in head-to-head challenges.
We're using robots to build kids, not kids to build robots. They learn so much time management. They learn just to think outside the box and to create solutions to different ideas.
The event took place at the Monroe County Local History Room and Museum, where visitors can also find a For the Love of Lego exhibit. The La Crosse Public Library hosted its annual Puzzle Palooza this morning, bringing together puzzle fans from across the area. Participants raced to complete a 300-piece puzzle the fastest.
Setting us apart is we wanted to offer something that caters to both casual and competitive folks. I think a lot of times you just see where it's very competitive or there's a price point of entry, and here it's completely free.
For those who preferred a more relaxed experience, the library also offered open tables for casual puzzling, a community puzzle craft, and a puzzle exchange. Still to come, a new study shows switching up your workout routine could help you live longer. The surprising science behind it after the break.
Save money and sleep better during the January clearance sale at PM Sleep Center. Twins starting at $159, full starting at $249, queen pillow tops as low as $399. Shop the January clearance sale only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The only brand with True Source certified honey.
Mind if I root through your trash?
The powerful cough relief you need. Robitussin.
Oh my gosh, someone sent me Valley Fudge.
This is awesome. Someone got me Valley Fudge.
Oh, this is exactly what I needed this Valentine's Day.
It's a perfect gift for my secret, or not so secret Valentine.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when a spark of inspiration hits, we'll have the brands and supplies you need at prices that'll help make it happen. Like $20 off this Mr. Heater propane heater, $99.99. $135 off this Milwaukee 3-tool combo kit. And these 8 packs of LED light bulbs, just $4.99. Find the value you need to bring your ideas to life. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Save money and sleep better during the January clearance sale at PM Sleep Center. Choose from over 15 mattresses starting at only $5.99. Shop the January clearance sale only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A new report named some of the best places to work in 2026. And if you're shopping for a new car this year, be prepared for higher costs. Christine Lazar has your Eye on Consumer report.
Job site Glassdoor just released its list of the 100 best places to work in 2026. According to the annual survey based on employee reviews, the top spot goes to the Indianapolis-based family-owned Crew Car Wash. In-N-Out Burger moved into second place, and NVIDIA came in third. Glassdoor says the AI chip maker earns high marks for transparent leadership and open communication. Wall Street is getting an update. The New York Stock Exchange announced it's developing a platform for round-the-clock trading of tokenized stocks. The NYSE says it is looking to offer investors a more modern user experience with the new venue. There's no launch date yet. It still needs regulatory approval. TikTok has finalized a deal to keep operating in the U.S. after Congress passed a law that would have banned the China-based social media platform if it didn't secure new owners. Under the arrangement, a group of U.S. investors is taking control and will be retraining the algorithm to safeguard user data. Ford Motor Company says it's recalling more than 100,000 vehicles, including some Focus, Escape, and MKC models. The automaker says a potential engine block heater issue increases the risk of fire. And that's your Eye on Consumer report. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And in this week's top medical headlines, cancer death rates for Americans under 50 are on the decline. A study published in JAMA found every time a cancer-related death is declining except for one, colorectal cancer, which is now the leading cancer death in people under 50. Breast cancer and leukemia death rates are also down, though researchers say more cases are being reported. And if you always stick with the same exercise routine, you may want to change it up. A study published in the British Medical Journal found doing a mix of different types of physical activity works best to prolong your lifespan. While all types of physical activity have a benefit, people who did varied types of exercise had a 19% overall lower risk of death, including from cardiovascular disease, cancer, and respiratory disease. Still to come, a Green Bay Packers player was taken into custody. We'll have why and where coming up.
And we won't be quite as cold tomorrow, but we have another dangerously cold morning ahead of us as we just start the next week off. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99 or more, pay nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on Thomas Cole and Prana Sleep. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Get a sleep like no other on an Heirloom mattress from Home Sleep Express. And right now, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom, the perfect sleep, night after night. At Home Sleep Express.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Green Bay Packers player Rasheed Walker was arrested on gun charges yesterday. The 25-year-old offensive lineman was taken into custody at LaGuardia Airport after he tried to check a bag that contained a handgun. According to the New York Post, his attorney said that the firearm was legally licensed in Wisconsin and he didn't realize he couldn't travel with the gun in New York. He is due back in court on March 19th. Well, we have sure seen some freezing temperatures this week. Let's hand it over to meteorologist Nicole Skalicksky for a look at your full local forecast.
We are definitely still going to see some colder temperatures coming up, but the worst is behind us. We just have one more morning ahead that will likely lead to some additional rounds of dangerous wind chills, prompting yet another alert day just in the Monday morning time period. And then after that, it'll be a slow rise of temperatures, but a rise nonetheless, likely seeing the end of the tunnel as we get about this time next week. So we still have about a week to get a little bit more comfortable out there, but we're not going to be in the danger zone for too much longer. The morning that we're looking at is really going into Monday morning and Sunday night, with wind chills likely getting down to around -30 for yet another morning. That's really that threshold line for when frostbite is possible in under 30 minutes. So when you're heading out, you need to make sure you're getting bundled up for everyone across the area. This should be, though, the last morning where we see that really dangerous wind chill moving in. Why we have it Monday morning and not Sunday morning is because we're still really not seeing a lot of wind out there tomorrow morning. Similar to what we saw this afternoon, while that cold air is still hunkered down on top of us, we're not seeing a whole lot of wind that will make the wind chill values any different from the temperatures. So still going to be very frigid in the morning, but with no wind, it'll feel exactly like the thermometer is telling you. -11 for our morning low in La Crosse, -16 in Eau Claire. As we head into the afternoon, some of us could actually climb above 0, although we start to see the wind coming back in as we head later into the evening hours, so we probably won't feel like we climb above 0, but we will nonetheless, the first time in at least a couple days for most of the area. 6 degrees for our Sunday high in La Crosse, 3 degrees in Eau Claire. So some improvement nonetheless, but we still have to get through Monday morning before we can really start to sing our praises. Our wind speeds for tomorrow, again, still looking fairly light, if at all, in the morning hours. You'll notice, though, they'll have switched to be blowing out of the north. So we're going to see that supply of colder air returning into the area, and then we'll feel it as we go into Monday morning. Not quite breezy as we go into Sunday afternoon, but again, even with a little bit of wind when temperatures are this cold, that's all it takes to get the wind chills down there. As we wake up Monday morning, seeing exactly that, just a little bit of wind, but when you have your low temperatures in the negative teens, it really doesn't take a whole lot of wind to make it feel that much colder out there. We really do get quite breezy, though, as we go into Monday afternoon and into Tuesday as well. So while there are signs of warming going into this upcoming week, we're really not going to feel the repercussions of that warmth until we get to the end of the week. And we will feel it because the winds shortly move out of the south, cutting off that colder air supply, but it really is going to be a gradual warming throughout this week. So here's those wind chill values for tomorrow morning. Again, almost spot on to what the actual temperature is going to be outside without very much wind out there by the afternoon, though. Even our highs are in the positive single digits. We're not going to feel any warmer than the negative single digits because those winds kick back up again tomorrow afternoon. And then Monday morning, this is really going to be the problem area. Most of the area falling to what feels like negative 30, but by the afternoon, we see those afternoon highs pop back up once again. Still going to be quite breezy for Monday and Tuesday, and really very little warming coming therefore after that, but we lose the wind as we get later in the week. And by next weekend, we should hopefully start to see those temperatures rising a little bit more. By Sunday, we'll get a tad closer to our average high, which is for now sitting in the upper 20s, but it likely won't be until next Monday where we really start to feel that warmth.
Next Monday. That sounds too
getting
far.
There. We're getting there.
Thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, action on the wrestling mat. A bunch of area athletes up in Sparta. Plus the UWL Eagles hosting Augsburg for a ranked battle in Mitchell Hall. Kate is in next with the highlights.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
I used to think all money managers were the same, but Fisher Investments is different.
How different are they really?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, and they reach out proactively.
They probably invest in a bunch of mutual funds like other money managers.
No, they build a tailored portfolio based on your personal goals, needs, and more.
Well, they probably have a complex fee structure.
No, Fisher has a transparent fee that's a percentage of your portfolio.
So we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
My experience with Gruber Law Offices, it's one call, that's all. You make one phone call and the rest is handled for you.
I only really did one thing, and that was call them.
To me, one call, that's all literally means one call, that's all.
It's real, and they're everything they, make themselves out to be.
We didn't have to do nothing but make that one call, and he took care of the rest.
Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
When Gruber Law Offices says one call, that's all, they mean it.
We are very fortunate to have our mom in our lives. We rely on Medicaid to pay for her long-term care. When I learned that it might be cut, I met with Representative Van Orden. He promised that he would never cut Medicaid. He even signed this letter. Then he turned around and he voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. It's absolutely devastating. We need to tell Congressman Van Orden, stop raising our health care costs.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Well, the freezing temps led to a pretty empty Friday night, but today at Sparta High School, action was heating up the gym as area wrestlers hit the mat for a Saturday tournament. Let's go there. About 250 wrestlers competing, both male and female. Let's start with some boys action. Sparta's Hunter Huntington in his quarterfinal bout, and he was dominant, up big, but he's looking for more. Locks up the tilt for the back points. Huntington would win by tech fall. He would take first place on the day. The Holman boys had a huge day as well. A ton of champions, including AJ Alish, who would win by tech fall in just 65 seconds in his quarterfinal match. Holman would also win the team title. On the girls' side, Toma's got a couple of hard hitters, including Lucy Gross in the semifinals here, looking like she's going to get thrown, but great defense there. Gets the takedown, and it was only a matter of time before she locks up the cradle, eventually getting the pin. Gross would take second on the day. All right, staying on the mats, let's head over to Mitchell Hall, where number 6th ranked UWL hosting number 3 ranked Augsburg. At 157 pounds, it's the former Aquinas Blue Gold Joe Pankey taking on Carson Otis. Third period, and Pankey gets a key reversal to pull within 2 points, and then not too long after that, he gets 4 near fall points to take a 6-4 lead, which would end up being the final of that match as the senior gets a huge win on senior night. Then at 184, it's another Blue Gold alum, Tate Flagey, taking on Brant Bombard. Second period, and Flagey gets a huge takedown to tie it up. Then in the third, how about another takedown leading to a UWL victory, but at 197, a takedown here by Ethan Winkleman in the second carries him to a win by decision, and that would be the deciding factor. La Crosse falls as a team 21-12. Some NFL news. It was announced today that former Green Bay Packer head coach Mike McCarthy will be going to Pittsburgh to be the new head coach for the Steelers. A full circle moment for McCarthy. He's from the Pittsburgh area, and now he'll get to coach his hometown team. McCarthy won a Super Bowl with the Packers in the 2010 season when they took down the Steelers. Speaking of Super Bowls, tomorrow we will find out who will be going to this year's Super Bowl. First at 2 p.m. on CBS, the New England Patriots going up against the Denver Broncos. Then at 5:30, the LA Rams facing off with the Seattle Seahawks. The UWL men in action against Stevens Point over at Mitchell Hall at 7 o'clock. I'll have highlights from that one tonight at 10. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
Stop into Pischke Motors to get your new Ram now. We've got your back. Get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. America's best full-size truck powertrain limited warranty on 2026 Ram trucks and vans. And during the Start Something New sales event, get 0% financing for 60 months on all new 2026 Bighorn and Laramie Ram 1500s. Or save over $11,000 off MSRP on select inventory. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Save big money on your dream kitchen upgrade with help from Menards. It's easy to create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry, offering a selection of finishes made with the finest materials and built to withstand life's sticky messes. Clearview Cabinetry offers features like soft closed doors and drawers and cabinet accessories to match your unique style. Visit Menards.com to view our entire selection of Clearview cabinets today.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The only brand with True Source certified honey.
Mind if I root through your trash?
The powerful cough relief you need.
Robitussin.
Chocolate fundraiser. With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase.
Well, as we head into tomorrow morning, you're definitely still going to want to keep that winter gear close really all week. We're not quite out of it yet, but there is signs of warming. About this time next week, hopefully at least rising closer to average, but going to be another cold one out there again, especially Monday morning. So bundle up. We're almost out of it.
At this point, that 25, that looks pretty.
That's going to be a heat wave.
That'll feel like summer. All right, thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10.